Hey investors, Muzzy here. Today I'm going to be giving you all an in-depth analysis of Apple as a company and cover some recent hype surrounding the stock. If you enjoy this kind of content or other personal finance and stock market related videos, please consider liking and subscribing. It helps out the channel immensely. Recent events have made investors question holding any sort of big tech companies. In fact, the CEOs of Amazon, Facebook, Google, and Apple testified in an antitrust hearing before the United States House of Representatives. This isn't the first time something like this has happened, and before I jump into the potential consequences that the verdict may have, I'd like to do an in-depth analysis of the company worth and earnings. In the past 5 years, Apple shares have soared from $115 a share to $427 a share, and the company is currently at a market cap of $1.84 trillion US dollars. If we take a look at Apple earnings in 2016, which netted $45.7 billion, and fast forward to 2019 at $55.26 billion, we see an awesome 7% increase year over year. And within that time, the country saw 2 epic trade wars, and even with the new Roni situation, quarterly earnings are positive to the tune of billions of dollars. This reminds me of what investors say when tough economic times hit. Bad companies go bankrupt, good companies struggle, and great companies are made stronger. And I definitely think this is something we're seeing in the big tech sector, especially with companies like Apple that offer value for people, and they're doing extremely well. Not to mention the exclusivity Apple holds around its brands. For example, I purchased an iPhone 11 for its camera capability, which was a much better quality than their competitors, so that I could jump into the YouTube space. And when I got the phone, I noticed that I couldn't edit my videos on PC because iMovie was only offered on Apple computers. Their brand's quality and content, not to mention several features, including cloud, that are only offered on their devices, really give them a huge moat. And if we jump into Q2 of 2020, we see that Apple absolutely kicked butt, and company earnings beat analyst estimates by over 25% during a global health pandemic. This is huge, and it shot the stock price up over 11% if you include after hours. And the board recently voted to split each individual Apple share into 4 shares, which is something we haven't seen come out of a major company in a while. With Apple stock at a 52-week high, it does make me somewhat hesitant to purchase a crazy amount of new shares, or to advise anyone else to do so. And with a lot of stocks, if I am up substantially and the company is at a 52-week high, I sell. But every time I sell Apple, the price goes up. I remember buying Apple for $220 a share and selling it $300 a share, and now the share price is at $420. I'm not saying that Apple prices won't go lower, but I am saying that time in the market beats timing the market. So if you currently hold Apple shares and believe in the company for the long term, then I say hold the shares and ride it out no matter what they do. Now jumping into some recent news, Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, testified before the House. And the House accused Apple of monopolizing the App Store and not allowing apps that competed with Apple in the past to be on the platform. They cited several specific examples and accused Apple of using their own power to harm business rivals and boost their own business. Also claimed that Apple used these services for little to no cost to themselves, but spiked up the cost for rivals. House compared the CEOs of these big tech companies to the robber barons of the late 19th century, including Andrew Carnegie and JP Morgan, who revolutionized the legal definition of a monopoly. If Apple was found guilty, this would mean major reform across all sectors of the business, and I could see this causing panic and driving share prices down substantially. However, this isn't something I am extremely concerned with. Apple has an army of lawyers behind them, and even if they lost or were fined, their business model is extremely versatile. Not only do they have a new version of their phone coming out every year that people flock to buy, but they have computers, iPods, music, and Apple is even currently working on an electric car project, and who knows what kind of space they could move into with that. I would say that if House or Congress forces major reform on Apple and it drives share prices down, that it's a perfect time to get into a great company at a great price. Thanks for checking in today, and if you enjoyed the video or are interested in similar content, please take the time to like and subscribe. It helps out the channel immensely.